Hey, this is Annie Kate, my midterm vlog. So, I understand resistance in this course so far is fighting the broken systems that um, the leaders have made around the world. And, there are women all around the world who are fighting for their rights and to be equal because they're seen as lesser. And, especially now, it's really coming to light. And so, women resisting relates to justice because they're fighting against the system that does not acknowledge women and thinks of them as lesser. And we're always told to act polite and be ladylike and that whole stereotype. When something happens that makes us upset and we act out, we're seen as crazy and all the bad names. And this is really seen in Beyonce's song Hold Up. When Jay-Z cheated, she tried to hold it in and act like a woman, the polite woman, but then she decided to let loose and she wrote the whole album, but especially with Hold Up. And in the video, she goes through the streets, breaking their car windows, fire hydrants, and everything. And even the poem before, she was saying I fasted for 60 days, I didn't eat, my hair grew all the way to my ankles. She was trying to hold it in and she just couldn't. And she defied women's stereotypes, and I feel after that, women really kind of respected her and praised her for it, which is really good. And another example of women breaking the ladylike stereotype is in Taylor Swift's song Mad Woman. In the song, she said, no one likes a mad woman, you made her like that. And it's relating to how the world views women as crazy, and especially in a relationship that goes bad, the men are always seen as sane and oh, that girl, she's crazy, but it's not always the case, and that's just how women are seen, which is really upsetting. And so then Taylor writes a song Mad Woman about it. And sorry, I'm reading my script. Okay, sorry. So another example of women kind of breaking the ladylike stereotype or just being seen as lesser is in the book A Woman in Berlin. So the narrator chooses to survive by trading sex for food and necessities, but along with that also comes kind of abuse and kind of almost a servant kind of thing. When Petka comes over, he brings his friends, and she says that Petka calls for glasses as if he were master of the house. And this shows that even though they have an agreement of some sort, the women are still being treated as servants, which is not okay. And in this relationship, she could be seen as crazy because that wasn't the agreement, but no one knows that. And so relating it to the United States in the past 5 years, I chose the Ghislaine Maxwell case. So she had an agreement with Epstein, whether it was right or wrong. They had an agreement, and Epstein abused that. And she was taken advantage of by Epstein, and she also took advantage of children. So she's now in jail for her crimes, and because the victims resisted and spoke out, there is now justice. So yeah.